Well, it just so happens we got the perfect map, the perfect tanks and the perfect spawn for this setup that we were going to do. I let Maverick make the game calls and they were rushing the middle, which I told them that I didn't want them to get into position until I was fully loaded. So you'll see once again the stealthiness of the Foch doesn't get detected. So I know that those two have rushed through the middle ridge. This is Mountain Pass Winter Edition. So they're spotting anything that tries to cover from the back end of the bridge. I can hit.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
And they send out the T-28 Proto and the T-32. They both get quickly dispatched. So I reload now. A bit of indecision. I didn't know whether to push down and go through the valley to get behind the red tanks that were in the sort of approaching our spawn, or whether to wait and see what the other guys were going to do. So they decided, and the Mav made the call, that we go back after these two tanks on the corner and then attack the tanks that were coming to the spawn later on. We'd unfortunately have to sacrifice a couple of greens.
Reloaded.
So this is the power of how the Foch can work. Turn up, two tanks below 800 health. 1, 2, and they're dead. So the objective of this map is in the middle. I believe that the enemy's tier 10's objectives was just simply to come around and get rid of artillery. Which, you know, when you're in a tier 10 tank destroyer, you really ought to be thinking the important tanks first, the ones that really matter to get rid of, the positions you need to get into. Obviously we were platooned up, so we were able to coordinate exactly what we wanted to do. Now Mav was making the call that the 110 E4 had got to the circle. But our artillery was smart enough to move at the start anyway. So once again, this is the power of the Foch. Able to turn up
The enemy knows our location.
and quickly dispatch of both remaining enemies in 3 shots.
Target locked. That one drilled straight through.
And that's game.
Another kill for our team. Mission accomplished.
No challenge. Not even difficult. Well coordinated. Being where I went also enabled me to cover if anybody had tried to sneak up on the two guys in the middle to begin with. So it was a well coordinated attack.